Legend of Legaia. Actually, already in progress. It's been on sub-block for 2 weeks. We were about 2 hours into it. We were in a dungeon last we left off. Hey, Chaos. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get done working out or something? And Andrea, my wife, she'll curse her jazzercise instructor whenever she gets out of jazz. It's really sore. Person wearing a Ra-Seru ceases to age. Means a person wearing a Ra-Seru can live for 100,000 years. That's pretty cool, man. Legend of Legaia is a really cool universe. I like that it's kind of got that JRPG standard of there used to be a more advanced society that's since faded. But I love that setting. Hey Skyhawk, how you doing? Scaffolding work, gotcha. Human traveler that finds this, yes. Drake the Third, King of Drake. I know not who will read this letter, but anyone who makes it through the mist must have powers greater than the mist. No doubt you have seen the Ra-Seru monsters in this castle's dungeons. These monsters are in fact my dear retainers and the people of my kingdom. When the mist approached, we tried many ways to drive it back. We even prayed to the Genesis tree, Mount Rikuora to the north. Legend says the tree has the power to save the human race. At the end, we decided to lock ourselves in the dungeon and wear Ra-Seru, surrounding the mist. As monsters, we should survive on Drake water until the day the mist goes away. Locked ourselves in the dungeons, the Ra-Seru madness will not force us to harm anyone, so Traveler, I ask you to drive away the mist as we were powerless to do so. We are our only hope for the future. Cool. Heck yeah, Sky Corpus. Pretty excited. I'm gonna talk to that dude in a second. Let me keep looking around here. That's the mountain key. We're gonna be playing Legend of Legaia for 3 hours today before switching over to Metroid Prime 3. The royal family. And this is King Drake. Maybe I'll need to come back and talk to him later to get that key. Hey, Ganymede and Inchan. Ganymede and I were testing out Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes this morning, the game we're going to be playing tomorrow night after Smash Brothers, where you have one player that has a view of a bomb they're trying to defuse, and all the other players are looking at a bomb manual, trying to help defuse it, just relying on verbal communication between the players, and it's actually a shitload of fun. We only played it for 30 minutes, but I'm looking forward to doing that on stream tomorrow night. Although I don't want to do auto. I don't know how smart it is to like not do low attacks. Hey Skyhawk, thanks for the host. I appreciate that. Oh, there's an important item back in that room. I can go back and look for it. Is it hidden or something? My intent is to do Ape Escape next week, Darkstar. To be able to do that without needing to use Chaos's sub-block time. I should look at my list, right? View HyperArts list. Stuff that involves... So I should be able to do a Hyper Elbow, I think. Got kind of a fighting game mechanic to it. It's hidden in the room. Alright, I'll go back to it. I just keep the same thing, why not? Ah, gotcha. Sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna give Darkstar a block during sub-block, even though he's not a subscriber on Patreon. He helped me with some the technology I'm gonna use to set up a website eventually, and like a public forum. Alright, so we're saying it's in the save room, do you think, Chaos? Or in the hallway out here? Go ahead and rest while we're in here. If it's in the throne room area specifically, I can go back out and check for it. looking for stuff. I already got a treasure chest. Already read the research notes. Already saved the game. Room with the king in a cage. Okay. Hole in the wall. Gotcha. Oh, there's the water key right there. We know he has it. We know the king has the water key. We already got another key we found a second ago. Don't see anything else on the walls. Unless if it involves, like, eventually I'm able to go in there and check it on King Drake. I can't get the card yet. Thanks, Devil Jesus. Do I have to do something else in the dungeon and then come back here for it? I did play this game a long time ago, but don't remember too much about it, so... I will welcome tips on things that are hidden in rooms. It's the sort of thing that I just have to have a walkthrough pulled up for me to find. I mean, I'll go ahead and try to check the room myself. If you see me leave the room after you see a chest or something like that, don't hesitate to point it out. Ouch. Give me a chance to try to find a hole and step in. Drake guys are nasty. Do a lot of damage. Are they... Did you say they're permanently missable or something? Yeah, I don't want to keep using auto on these guys, because the AI isn't smart enough to know that the ghost doesn't have any legs. So he'll still do a low attack on them, which isn't what you want. Alright, let's just get the health up, because we can. It's fast. Move on. Thanks, Meta. Don't think I get a map in here, but it's also not particularly confusing. Terribly confusing. Let's kill the Gimard first, since we we can kill it in one hit. I see. Makes sense. Now, is there positioning relevant at all? So, for example, I went and attacked the Gimard, and my character was standing in the same place after the attack, such that he looked like he had his side or his back turned to the enemy. Does that factor at all into damage calculations? I wonder. Ran away? Man, I ain't even trying to hear that. Friggin' Drake Ghost running away. Can you take advantage of that when the enemies use it too, then I assume? Alright, made it to the other side. So we'll be coming back there later to get the water key from the king. After we deal with the mist in this area, which I believe is going to involve us finding a Genesis tree. Oh, that's cool, Devil Jesus. So it's like, it's kind of like the positioning system in Chrono Trigger, where enemies are really close to each other. You can use AoE abilities on them. They'll often move when they're close to you. I feel like him having the dagger just gives him confidence in his punches, because he doesn't actually attack with the dagger. But it does increase his stats, right? I think I'm gonna keep using this on the flying enemy. Maybe I'll use a fancier one on the slime. Hey Dauber, how you been? As always, pleasure to see you. Alright, let's get dangerous. Let's do Charging Scorch. We're tuning into Legend of Legaia for the first time. This is a JRPG, random battles. Has a pretty unique combat system that is sort of like a fighting game. And it's not real time, but you have combos that you do by entering your commands in different orders. So like, you know, down, left, up, left, right, left. You'll end on a different combo that has different features. You have good reason to experiment and try with different combos. It's pretty cool, actually. You see them in games since then, like Xenosaga is actually pretty similar. I don't know if it took any direct inspiration from Legend of Legaia. Yeah, Dob, are you gonna be around for Smash tomorrow? Bring that Ganondorf pain. There's a Ra-Seru here. Yeah, Sonia! Sat! Link says that too, in almost exactly the same voice in the Zelda games. This game universe is one in which there was an ancient civilization that was very advanced and powerful. They used these tools called the Ra-Seru, and the Ra-Seru were like augments they had equipped on them. Oh, let's let stream decide what we're going to name this character. 1 second. Who has, if you have a nomination for what to name Noah, type it in chat and I'll add it to the list here. There we go. Yeah. Someone says Yosh. That's along with Yatta are two pretty common exclamations in Japanese that mean like all right or good or got it. Andrea, Noah, Andrea, and then Marstead, Andrea, and Ben. I was telling you guys about Ben opened the fridge, right? And I woke up in the morning and found that there was pizza all over the floor and the fridge door had been propped open because we forgot to use the child lock. Cat bat. Let's go with... Yeah, when did you play this game last, Devil Jesus? I played this on a rental from Blockbuster when I was of middling age. I think I was in middle school. It was after I beat Final Fantasy VIII, before Final Fantasy IX came out. All right, let's do... I'll try to keep this a fairly brief poll. Set it to 1 minute here. Yeah, so anyway, we're in this universe where there's these like augment-like things called these Ra-Seru that you bind to you and they give you special abilities like you're stronger or faster. And eventually this mist showed up all over the place that corrupted the Ra-Seru, made it bad. Looks like it's gonna be Andrea. Let's do it. And now any Ra-Seru that were currently equipped on humans, they turned into monsters, long-lived monsters. And the other Ra-Seru that were unequipped turned into monsters as well that prowl through the mists. The only place that's safe is near these things called Genesis trees that keep the mist away. It's pretty cool. I remember this is one of the last JRPGs that I played simply because it was a JRPG. I think back in the SNES and PS1 era, it was still mostly true that there weren't a lot of bad JRPGs. When we get around to PS2, there ended up being quite a few of them. It's quite good though. Yatta! Alright. It also looks quite a bit better than Final Fantasy VII, right? It's kind of like a midway point between FF7 and FF8, which is going for more like hyper-realistic character sprites. What's up, people? How you doing? This leads me to believe we're about to get another character in our party with their own Ra-Seru, which are like those Seru augments, but not corrupted. They're not evil for some reason. Oh, nice, Devil. I only ever played it once. I rented it like 3 weeks in a row or something until I beat it. Alright, so our first character that we're in control of is a silent protagonist. She has an existing Ra-Seru, which I think is what that wolf-looking thing is. Do you like other JRPGs, Devil Jesus? I've had to make my taste a little bit more discerning since the PS2 era, since there's a lot that are like exceedingly grindy. But I don't think this game is particularly grindy. Like, it has a cool combat system, cool story. I do really like the universe. Yeah, this game's pretty dark. There's old ladies getting murdered in the first scene of the game. When the mist is around you, which is the combination that results in chaos? Seru and human. We know that if a Seru is bound to somebody in the mist, they turn into a monster. But the Ra-Seru are like advanced ones. See you, Skyhawk? Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the host. Nice, Devil Jesus. I don't think the game has revealed, I mean, you can correct me if this already happened, even though I've played this before, trying to avoid spoilers, obviously. One, because I don't really remember much of the game, and two, because there'll be people watching this on YouTube at some point who haven't played it. But have they already established, like, really what the Ra-Seru are? I just take them to be, like, super Seru. They're, like, Seru that resist the mist for some reason. They're sentient. What is it that when revived, that is the Genesis, Book of Genesis. Geneticist. Okay, cool. We don't know that yet, that's fine. All we know right now is that there are Ra-Seru. Alright, healing shroom. Let me go back and check the other mushrooms. Guess there's more of those. I wasn't interacting with everything. We know that there are Ra-Seru, and it's what we have equipped, and that they're clearly not evil monsters, and that we can use them, and that they're sapient. They can talk. Oh, well, figured I'd check down here. Giant mushrooms. Don't think there's anything else here. Okay, it was worth checking. This game does not use pre-rendered backgrounds. Kind of separates it from Final Fantasy VII. You know, Final Fantasy VII's graphics have not aged well, by any definition of aged well, but the backgrounds have, because with pre-rendered backgrounds, it's just a painting essentially. So a lot of the maps in this game still look good today. Oh god, I have no idea. I'm gonna go with Rikuora. Right, that was the one that looked the most like it could be a word. South of this cave. Alright. Hey Leon, how you doing? Oh, so she's about to, I guess, probably obtain this wolf-looking thing as her own Ra-Seru. I assume that's what it is. It kind of looks like one. They have different forms. Practice fighting. Confident, fight the black one. I should probably fight the... Oh, they're like little... They look like little penguins. This might have been a mistake. I guess we'll see what happens, huh? We have 2 healing shrooms, okay. I don't think we have any of her attacks yet, so let's just try the standard. Oh, she gets 4 attacks at the beginning. That's nice. Okay, none of those triggered the thing. Oh, he's not that bad. We can deal with that. Let's try doing a circle. Try doing it in different directions. Thanks, people. Yeah. Same goes to you, of course. Try using auto as another way to try to find new combos. Cool. Talking about packs. It gets trickier once you have 4 things. There's lots of different combinations you can try, right? Alright. How happy she is. The number of JRPG characters we have, those kind of bangs. Ah, cool. They squeak when they die. Alright, I should probably heal, but these healing mushrooms heal for like 200, so I kind of want to wait until my health is as low as possible. I eventually want to kill all of these things, just for the XP. Yeah, so what I've been trying to do here is unlock some new attacks. It usually involves some combination of button presses. I have played the Mario RPGs. They're outstanding. I already beat Mario RPG and Paper Mario on stream. I haven't done Thousand Year Door or the Mario and Luigi games yet, but I look forward to it because they're quite good. Right, that one was an artist. Look at that. Dolphin attack. Nice. Well, now I've got one. Let's see what it was. Oh, actually, that was the whole art. That's cool. And it uses AP. Oops. High, low, high, low. And we'll try low, high, and all that kind of stuff. Blizzard Tail. It's kind of like the somersault move. Cool. Alright. Now I probably want to heal. Go talk to the Ra-Seru. Oh cool, I don't have to waste items. Yep, I'm on it. Probably gotta kill all these dudes in here, right? Pick up any other items that might be around here. I do like, I want to see more games that have timed attacks in them, like in Mario. I think it's a really nice combination of kind of classic RPG decision-making mixed with an advantage for having the dexterity to press the buttons at the right time, you know? Might do auto for a little bit just to see if we can unlock some other arts. Is the best way to find arts to just do trial and error, or and will you ever find something that just tells you straight up what an art is for a specific character? Oh shit, I have to heal next turn. Hey, thanks for the host, people. I appreciate that. Hopefully it'll attack me first. Shit, it didn't. It's okay. I figure we have to use at least one of them. People will just tell you to? Cool, so it's not entirely up to you to figure it out. I think Sabin's attack mechanic from Final Fantasy VI. That's essentially what all the characters in this game are doing, their moves. I could have gotten her level up before taking on the black one, I think, and not to use any healing shrooms. You can basically learn them all without guessing them. That's cool. Yeah, I'm excited for Thousand Year Door to play that on stream. It's a really, really good title. Maybe I'll throw that on the voting list. I was gonna let the games persist for this week. Wait till we kill all these things. I was let the games persist for this week until we see any that still have had no votes that are sitting at 2. And I'll replace those with other games until they start getting votes. Automatic. Now, is automatic purely random, or is there some built-in RNG mechanic that makes it easier for you to learn them, if you know? I could see them doing it either way, you know? If it's just like raw, randomly assigning the inputs, then I might just try to do it manually. Oh, there's some in the instruction book? That's cool. Now, I think if you activate a combo... Okay, she keeps attacking. You don't have to finish with a combo. Makes sense. Some of them respawn? No, it's just the last. Oh, they do respawn. Alright, well, I can get out of here then. I don't need to keep fighting these things forever. Yeah, let's go. Rolling on out. Right, Dauber? Thousand Year Door is a very, very, very good game. As I was playing Paper Mario, I was reflecting that I remember when I first played Paper Mario, I was hoping it would be more like Mario RPG and was disappointed in the ways that it wasn't. But it's apples and oranges, like they're both very, very good games. I would like to see a Mario RPG too. Don't think it's unreasonable to assume that Square and Nintendo might partner together again. Oh man. The little light radius around their character sprites, character models. Yeah. Right, Specky. You gotta love non-traditional dungeon design. It's hard to do, it's easy to get into a model like, okay, just go to the temple. Doesn't give away the whole combo, catch this guy. Mist in this cave now. Mushroom's pissed off. Let's do I'll try low, etc., in every combination. Yeah, just write it down and do every possible combination. Devil Jesus. That makes sense. Ooh, mushroom bicycle kicking me. I'm trying to hear that. Well, Nintendo and Square have repaired their relationship quite a bit. They've made several games for like the DS, for example, and re-released games for Nintendo consoles, so I think it can happen. Yeah, there's just too many iterations. You can try to like get inside their head with what the commands might be. Like you wouldn't really expect it to be left, 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 but maybe there are some that are like that. Low, low, left, high. He likes to block when you do a low hit. So. Ouch. Let me just try to kill these things. They're pretty nasty. Yeah, right, Chaos. Nice block. Didn't mean to do auto there, but... Yeah, I think that the rift between Square and Nintendo that occurred with the cancellation of the Nintendo PlayStation has healed. Time heals all wounds. We've seen enough games from them. We just like to see that partnership revived. Although I don't know how much of Hironobu Sakaguchi's team was involved in Mario RPG, or if they were involved at all. Low, right, high. Oh, that's interesting. When you do a high kick, sometimes you knock them back and your next attack automatically misses because they're not in the right way. We can try low, low, high, high, and high, high, low, low. Oh man, no, we don't want to do that at all. That's not good. Try high, high, low, low. That one is an art. Acrobatic Blitz. Cool. Nice. And it dropped a healing shroom, which is great because we needed one. Oh, so you can figure them out in combat without having the arts manual for it or whatever, Devil? Like you'll use them, it just won't save it in the command list? Getting out of dodge. Alright. Air is less foul this way. There's a save point in this room. I'm trying to go use it real quick. I do have some abilities, although it looks like that first one that we unlocked is still the most powerful, if its cost is any indicator of its power. Not actually sure if it is. So, a couple new folks in chat. The purpose of this channel, I'm trying to play through and beat every awesome single-player game ever made on stream, knowing that there's too many such games to play them all in one human lifetime. But we're going to try to get to as many as we can. Legend of Legaia is one of those games. We're also going to be playing some Metroid Prime later today at 3 o'clock Pacific. If you're just here for Legend of Legaia, that's cool. We will be playing it again on stream. Likely going to be Mondays and Tuesdays. Just check the channel details, check the schedule below the stream to see what I'm playing on. Otherwise, we'd be happy to have you for some other games we're playing. Ah, there's secrets. That's interesting. It's also the only 4-button move. Yeah, I think it's just really good luck that I was able to get this 4-button move. Tried high, high, low, low. Acrobatic looks it's up, down, down. Now, I don't know if an art will trigger if parts of the move miss. I think it will. I think I can actually control Terra. It does attack, though. Good to know. And it's its own entity at the moment. Alright. I think Terra's team won the battle. I got a mushroom. I got a mushroom. I got a mushroom. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, Ra-Seru. Now, I don't think I can absorb this thing's magic, right? Because, so what is it? Left, left, right, left. Don't think I can absorb it because I don't have a Seru equipped on her yet. I can try killing it, but until I have one on her arm, she won't steal its magic, right? Terra doesn't have any stats. It's the best. Love when characters have question marks for their statistics. Try using auto. Yep, you keep hitting Terra. Let her, I guess it's a her, be a tank. Alright, so we're gonna do... It's probably never 3 of the same move in a row, would be my guess. I think the right, left is more in, like, the main character's domain to have a move that's like that. Only 3 and 4 hit combos? Gotcha. Look how happy she is. being careless, Terra, jeez. Oh man, we're gonna be close to our buddy now. Let's save out here too, which is nice. Interesting they went the route of giving you separate inventories. It's actually fairly technologically challenging to go to the trouble of managing your inventory across multiple characters in a game like this. It's usually just one inventory. So you play a game like Final Fantasy VI and it switches characters. Your second character has access to all the items that the first character found. So it's neat that they went to the trouble of solving that. Usually doesn't matter. It's just a completely loose cannon. Alright, we fought these guys before, they're not a big deal. Let's keep doing, well, not right, left, right, left. I'm trying to think what other combos to try that are 4. It might be one that ends in 2 of the same thing. I've been wanting to start with 2 of the same thing and really go in the other direction. Nope, that was not a combo. Boss music's pretty cool though. Left, left, high, right. It is tricky when you're thinking about like making exciting battle music. Like you have to take into account how many times are you really going to hear this. You know, if the composer puts a lot of work into making a cool boss theme and you only get to hear that for 5% of the game, sometimes it would be better if they just made an exciting regular boss theme or regular battle theme. This game does have good music overall. It pops up on Rainwave a lot, and if you haven't used Rainwave, I recommend it. It's the video game music radio station. It uses music from both OC Remix and I just set it to like regular game music, so like the original soundtrack stuff. It's nice if you have to work on something, since it's no vocals, it's not very distracting. I think I feel a lot of streamers will throw that up if they need something in the background. I might put something on like that on when we do Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes on Wednesday. This is too thick to see clearly. There's a mist generator. Oh, interesting. So I don't know what a mist generator represents. Oh, interesting. The mist is too thick even for Terra. The mist is even bad for... I assume that Terra's a Ra-Seru. The fact that it's even able to be okay out here. I found a chest. I found a chest. Nail glove. Alright. Let's take it. New weapons means more damage, that's always exciting. Alright, so we don't want to go that way. That's what I gleaned from that little conversation with Terra. Try going south and stuff. But eventually I assume that our cool wolf buddy is gonna turn into a Seru we can wear on our arm. I've heard the end boss theme come up on Rainwave pretty frequently. A lot of good game music from this era. The thing I like about this battle music is it's fairly non-obtrusive, you know? Intrusive. Obtrusive. Doesn't feel like it gets in the way. Alright, so we don't need to heal out of battle if we're gonna do that. That's not a combo. Let's see. Let's do left, left, high, right. Well, let's do left, high, right. Nope. And we'll try right, high, left, left. Try to do every iteration of 1, 2, 3, 3. Let's see what we get. I don't think they actually die until the end of the combo, so you don't have to worry about killing them in the first couple of hits and failing to learn your ability. Pretty sure it doesn't work that way. But apparently I subconsciously ripped off a lot of like universe mechanics from Legend of Legaia for my Dungeons and Dragons campaign universe. I forgot about the whole Ra-Seru thing and how they basically function as these augments. Alright, there's another Ra-Seru, but I can't steal its thing yet because I don't have Ra-Seru equipped. Alright, so we tried right, up, left, left. Let's do left, up, down, down. Let's do every combination starting with left. We should be able to work that out pretty easily. We're getting more damage in if we did it the other way, which is just, you know, always use the abilities I've already learned and wait in the game to teach us the game. I like learning new abilities. That makes sense. But games have really good regular battle music. Chrono Trigger has that really friggin' awesome bass line. I think Final Fantasy IX has the best regular battle music of the Final Fantasy series. Alright, so we tried left, high, low, low. Let's do left, low, high, high. I'm going to defend it. Golden Sun's battle music is pretty cool. I'm trying to remember if I like Bravely Default's regular battle music that much. It's been a while. The game has really awesome specific boss music. Like Wicked Flight from Bravely Default is easily one of my favorite battle songs in any game ever. Alright, so we've done left, low, high, left, high, low, low. Left, high, right, right. Come on, we haven't tried yet. FF4, or FF4's original, yeah. FF9's regular battle music is my jam, man. I get pumped every time I hear it. I almost like it better than the other battle music in the game. Like, it's perfectly nostalgic the way that it starts out. Okay, so we've done, I think we've done left, high, right, right. We've done left, high, low, low. We've done left, right, low, low. Oh, we haven't done that one. Let's see that one. I think we haven't done left, right, high, high either. We'll try those two. Ooh, all misses. It's because of the low, low. Left, right, high, high. This will also help us to find the 3 combos. Actually, I'll take some advice from chat on this without telling me what the actual commands are. How many 3 attack commands does she have that are accessible to me right now, and how many 4 attack commands does she have that are accessible to me right now? That way I can focus in on one or the other. I've only ever heard Final Fantasy XIII's battle theme in Theater Rhythm, I think. I don't know if it played too much. I played like the first hour or so of the game and it didn't grip me. It's one I'll be playing as a blend playthrough on stream at some point and didn't give it a fair shake. Remember, the presentation style rubbed me the wrong way, and like the terminology just being all over the place and kind of assuming that you've already played it before and know what it's all talking about. I like stories that try to like gate the flavor and the mechanics of the game universe and slowly introduce it to you over time, whereas Final Fantasy XIII kind of just vomits all that on you in the first 5 minutes of play. A game like Final Fantasy X is one that does that really well, I think. Like, you know very little, and the game takes its time introducing everything to you. Alright, accessory. I guess it doesn't include accessories, since it's not uncommon. Ah, you're good, Chaos. No worries. Pump that. Alright, so we just did left, right, high, high. So we've done left, high, low, low, left, low, high, high. Starting with left, I don't think there's anything that's 1, 2, 3, 3. So now we can try, let's start with left and do left, high, high, right. So 1, 2, 2, 3. Four threes and 4 fours. Thank you, Sky Corvus. Good looking out. Yeah, I think so too, Spiky. Same with Final Fantasy VIII. Pretty polarizing game. Left, right, right, high. We can try next. No, I'll keep trying to figure them out. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Chaos. While I'm doing this command, I'm not so much going for the 4-art commands as attempting 4-art commands, but hoping that I land a 3-art command on the way. Also, it's not really 256 because there would never be one that's like left, 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 left. So you can remove all of those. You can remove ones that have like 3 of the same command in a row, it seems, most of the time. I am doing alright, maybe. That's cool, I'll figure them out over time. It's something to look forward to in each of these regular battles that we're going to be bumping into while we're running through the level. So double check, we've already got 2 of the 3 move combos, there's 2 more, and there's 3 more 4 move combos. Alright, so we could do left, low, low, right. Enough left, low, low, high next. I think she can still hit him with the low attack, right? No, kicks right through the gap there. Fortunately, this is a good time for us to do it because we have a companion character who heals us when we get weak. Nice, Leon. I'll pull it up here to read afterward, but the TLDR is they improve the graphics and the mechanics. I think the mechanics are pretty good too. Almost at the summit. Power water. I don't know what that is. Maybe it heals MP. Attack +4. Ooh. I'm gonna wait to use that. That's a pretty big deal. Cool. There's a new Deus Ex coming out where Square had some very controversial DLC decisions. They don't quite understand that people don't want regional DLC at all. They thought that it was that people wanted to be able to pick which regional DLC they got, but they didn't want to have certain parts of their game locked. They wanted to get all of it, not some of it. Yeah. The series is pretty great, though, as I understand it. I had a couple friends growing up who were huge fans of it. I just never got around to playing it. Yeah. This is the game that features the Twin Towers having been destroyed in the New York skyline before 9/11 actually happened, right? They said it had something to do with, like, it was like a redneck revolt in the United States, I want to say. It's set in the future. Okay, so I think we've done every combination of left, 2, 2, 3. Let's try to do... I guess we could do left, left, 2, 3. Yeah, there was like a second civil war. Texture memory limit, gotcha. Oh, is that why they didn't have it? Interesting. There's actually something similar in the codex for Mass Effect I'll go through it at some point. It talks about the Second American Civil War. Okay, sounds good, Chaos. Left, high, low, maybe. Left, low, high. Rednecks too generalizing. That's what I remember from my friend explaining to me, so. Gotcha. I took it as like there was this like extremist, almost like Tea Party-esque group, but this was obviously all pre-Tea Party for the extreme U.S. polarization of political parties. Well, as extreme as it is today. Is there a boss? There's totally a boss. Look at that. Yeah, it's a fighting game RPG. You got it exactly right. It's turn-based. You have as much time as you want to enter the commands, but if you enter them correctly, you get some combos, which I'll just go ahead and use since this is a boss fight. It's a golem. Pronounce it golem or golem? I've always said golem, but it's a Hebrew word. It's from the Kabbalah, which is like Hebrew mysticism. I don't know my Hebrew pronunciation rules well enough when it comes to short E or a long O, let's say. Alright, so we're gonna do our combos since this is a new dude. There's gotta be a Hadouken, right? So we learn those arts. Whoa, this guy hits really hard if he hits you. We learn those arts through trial and error, and also in the game you'll talk to people who tell them to you. I got this one just via luck, so I'm gonna keep using it now. Enemy with a Hadouken. Nice blocks, especially since we saw how hard this guy hits. Need to do a little bit more damage with their Terra. Terra's real purpose seems to be tanking for me. They're unavoidable attacks. I think so. I mean, you have a defend command you can use. I'll show it off in this next attack here. It's kind of cool. It's very challenging in a game, in a turn-based RPG that's all about opportunity cost to make the defend command compelling. It's quite a bit more compelling in this than it is in a lot of other titles here I'll show you. We're going to use Spirit, which is basically defend. Increases my defense and my chance of blocking attacks if he actually does choose to attack me. She didn't, that's okay. Imagine that he did and I blocked all of them. And now the main reason you would use that is see how the meter at the bottom previously I could only fit 4 attacks down there, now I can fit more. You can actually do multiple arts in one move, I think, so I can do... let's do up, down, down, right, right, left, right. Oh, I don't have enough to do 2 yet. I'm close to it. I guess I could do 2 normal ones. Up, down, 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 up, down. Yeah, see. 2 arts, but only was able to do that because I used the defend command. It's pretty clever. I like it. There's something similar in Xenomorph Saga. I was wondering if Xenomorph Saga took any inspiration from this, where you could use a defend command to increase the number of actions you use on your next turn. I'm probably gonna have to heal after this if Terra doesn't heal me. Oh, nope, we took it. Got a Guardian Water, which I'm hoping is something that permanently increases defense or something to that effect. What's this? Work error 2. Try to look that up here real quick. This is a really cool game. I like it. Don't think you can pick this up on PSN, right? I tried to find it. Since it's a PlayStation 1 game, I think your best shot would be to check PSN. Yeah, I'm playing on an emulator right now, since it's harder to find. Trying to figure out what that work error 2 thing is all about. Hi, Tara, who saved you from the mist when you were small and all alone raising you. Gosh. Is a Ra-Seru. We're not surprised. Don't confuse me with common Ra-Seru driven map of the mist. I still take Ra-Seru to mean super Ra-Seru. Shoot, I don't know. Is the company that made this game still around? I didn't recognize their names there in the opening. I think I like this game's take on the whole world covered with mists and there are monsters in the mist a lot better than Final Fantasy IX. So I remember being surprised when Final Fantasy IX came out, like, did they play Legend of Legaia? Where they got this idea? Oh, interesting. Apparently, this error thing you see in the top left corner will happen to you even if you're playing it on... Like, that's actually in the game. That's not something my emulator is doing. That sometimes will happen to people who are playing it on a PS3 with an old disc, so... Don't think it'll be there forever. In fact, it looks like it went away when the battle started, which definitely shows that it's not an emulator issue. Yeah. Alright, well, it's not entirely intrusive. Apologies if it looks stupid. I'll try to figure something out if it gets in the way. What's the story with the monsters in the mist? Hey, Pastry Queen, thanks for the follow. Good to have you. In Legend of Legaia, there is an ancient society, an ancient civilization that use these tools called the Ra-Seru. They're like these stone creatures almost, and you could bind a Ra-Seru to you, and it would let you do awesome feats. Like you could be really strong or really fast. They kind of had an almost technological society that used Ra-Seru. So they had these trains that were these giant Ra-Serus that would move along a track, kind of like the Gargan-Roo from Final Fantasy IX. And then one day, evil mist showed up, and the mist transformed all the Ra-Seru into monsters, and it turned anyone who was wearing a Ra-Seru into like a zombie, basically. Now the mist is everywhere, and the... oops, my controller died. I'm gonna have to restart the emulator real quick. One sec. Drop my controller. Let me do a save state. Let me make sure that I can actually load it before I restart here. Oh, we're okay. I didn't mean to run, but... Anyway, this mist came. Now the mist is super dangerous. All of the Ra-Seru that got turned into monsters are out there. There's also just regular monsters all over the place. There are certain towns you can live in that have these things called Genesis trees, which are trees that keep the mist at bay. So people who are safe tend to live in these towns with a Genesis tree. And very few people are able to go out into the wilderness and explore. Tons of XP. Yeah, I agree. This is the closest thing to an HD PC port you're gonna get, is playing on an emulator with a bunch of nice graphics smoothing turns on. It's not actually HD, obviously, but you'd have to redo all the textures. It would be really, really complicated. There's a certain brand of Ra-Seru still around that's immune to the mist. Hey, B. Marie, how you doing? Good seeing you. B. Marie is in our small streamer support group. put together on Google Groups. Or if you're in chat and you are, or looking to become a small streamer and you'd like to have some help in that, send me a Twitch message. I can send you an invite to the group. Yeah. The mist makes, particularly it makes Ra-Seru go crazy, but it really makes everything. It's bad. You don't go out there if you're not a fighter. That wolf that we have with us is a Ra-Seru. Our main character, who we cut away from a few minutes ago, also has a Ra-Seru on his arm, essentially, that is immune to the mist, so it kind of functions the way that regular Seru used to do back in the day. All we know is that Ra-Seru are like super cool Seru. We don't know the details and what really makes them different and why they're immune to the mist or where the mist comes from. There's lots of open questions in this game. Yeah. It's less involved in FF9. And it gets really weird in FF9. I don't think, if I remember correctly, the story in this game is fairly straightforward for a JRPG. It doesn't get into really weird, like, convoluted Tetsuya Nomura territory. As much as I love Final Fantasy IX, I mostly love, like, the first 80% of Final Fantasy IX before it gets super weird. Yeah, I do love the Final Fantasy X Origin of Monsters. I think that's great. Origin of Monsters and Final Fantasies. Think about ones that are my favorite. There's Genesis Tree. 8 was kind of a neat idea that the monsters come from the moon. It was handled in a really weird way, but it was a cool idea. The whole like lunar cry where they fall from the heavens. Yeah, right, Spiky. In concept, I was okay with it, but it was just such, it was a, Final Fantasy VIII is a big series of BT dubs moments, like, oh, BT dubs. There's this, like, techno city with an evil sorceress. Oh, BT dubs. There's this lunar cry event. It's like, why haven't people been talking about this every day through the whole game? Yeah, exactly, Spiky. It's because it's a BT dubs thing. I think that it would have been a cool idea if they had been talking about it right away. There's that cool FMV cutscene in 8 where it zooms in on the moon and you just see this big mess of creatures. A lot of them don't even try to address what monsters come from. Oh yeah, Leon? That's cool. Yeah, there's like this lunar cry event where like the monsters essentially fall from the moon onto the earth. Man, rockin' sound effects. This is the dude who showed up at the main character's hometown and tried to wreck his shit. It was I, Zito, destroyed your pitiful camp. So he is himself a Seru, I think. Harbinger of the Mist, maybe? Yeah, you don't need to. I think it's cool when games try to, though. If they can fit it into their overall mythos, I think it's fun. Yeah. It's true. It depends on if your game treats monsters naturally as like these are just super bears, essentially, or if there's some kind of evil component. Often they'll try to explain monsters, like why are there monsters in this universe when there aren't on Earth? This Chimera thing is nasty. Caruban. Yeah. It's okay if they're addressing it as just that there are monsters. Like, Final Fantasy IV doesn't really just say why there are monsters. They're just a natural force in the universe, you know? What is the role of a director? God, that's not an easy question to answer. It's like asking what's the role of a producer. It varies from game to game. In the case of Final Fantasy XIV, the director has like final say in just about everything that gets added. It's almost comparable to a director of a movie, you know? Oh no, Luigi, what's wrong? careful, Devil Jesus. I've technically played this before on stream, but I've technically played this before streaming it, but it's been a long time. I don't remember the main parts of the plot, and there's some people in here who might not have played it before, so I'm not going to spoil anything that happens later on. No worries, not in trouble or anything. People do it. What were the commands we'd already learned? He only can do 3 at the moment. Let's do this type. I already got most of the... We have most, if not all, of the 3-button commands for the main character now, I think. Yeah, essentially the Ra-Seru are used as tools for a long time before the Mist corrupted them, but we don't know a lot about the history of the Mist. We don't know anything about the history or origin of the Ra-Seru. We just know that they were there. There was something in the intro that said that they were a gift from, like, gods or angels, the Ra-Seru. Oh god, you need to go to the doctor, Luigi? Yeah, right? Very FF7-esque in general in the presentation, especially outside of combat. So this is after Final Fantasy VIII, but before Final Fantasy IX, temporarily. Got some scientists in chat. What's the preferred pronunciation? Are they both correct? One of them is like the Star Trek pronunciation. Temporal versus temporal. Bring in a Pepto-Bismol. Left, right, left. Ow. That guy hit pretty hard. Like a penguin bat. Temporal, or temporal, meaning like related to time. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Devil Jesus, you can try watching on YouTube. I'm also streaming there. You can keep the Twitch chat open with twitch.tv/Marstead/chat. I'm not partnered yet on Twitch, so I don't get quality options right away. But if you watch on YouTube, you can lower the quality there and then do chat. Tempura. YouTube gives free quality options, part of the reason why I'm multi-streaming over there. In case people need it and get buffering issues. Oh man, super jumps. Like you come out here and like, clearly this doesn't go anywhere. Nope, you would be wrong. It totally goes somewhere, doesn't it? So can I go back to the area with the king that was in the cell? Yeah, this is very Final Fantasy VII, isn't it? Can I go back there once I get this second character, maybe, and get the item that Chaos was talking about, do you think? Let's come back out and around. Yeah, no worries. I'm glad it was able to work for you. Alright, let's kill that Vera. Try to get some magic from it, right? I think this character is really close to being able to use a fourth attack in this combo. I've never done... Oh, that's not true. I pre-ordered Smash Brothers. It tends to arrive on the day that you... on, like, the release day, but it's within their normal delivery window. They don't make any special effort to get it to you very early on the day. So, if it's really necessary that you play it at midnight, or that you play it right away the morning that it comes out, you're better off just going to a brick-and-mortar store, or better yet, doing a digital download for it. Got a hip, hop, the hippie, the hip, hop, you don't stop rocking with it. I've had good experience though with the couple games I've pre-ordered. They arrived on time on the day that I wanted them, but you know, it still was usually like before 8 o'clock in the evening, my time. Whereas normally I'd want to play it a little bit sooner than that if it's launch day. In general, I oppose pre-ordering games, with maybe a couple exceptions. This is someone who used to... Ooh, okay. Tornado Flame. And since it was for meta, the only person I could have used it on was the main character, so that was worth doing. Good heal. If it had said that anyone could use it, I might want to think about who I gave it to, but since it said specifically for meta, that's the main character is Ra-Seru. Yeah, check it out. What was it? Tornado Flame? Now, did I need to get it from that document to learn it, do you think? Or could I just figure that out on my own? Oh, wait. I must have done something wrong. Let's try it again. Oh, did I pick it up earlier, Sky Corvus? I completely missed it. Shit. Right, left, right? Also, I don't think it's so much that deep Blu-rays are more expensive. It's more, I would say, that DVDs are cheaper, right? Oh, nice. Energy is the AP meter. Is that right, Sky Corvus? I haven't seen energy yet. Oh, there at the bottom it says AP, right? How do I go about recovering AP? Is that something that I know I use? I think I can use the spirit command to do that, but do I get any by not doing arts in a normal attack? Normal arts generate hyper and super spend it. Cool. One of those generator-spender relationships. But I'd imagine that a lower demand for regular DVDs as a result of Blu-rays becoming popular would be part of it. It's a Mega Elixir. Mega Potion, I should say. There's 2 paths here. Look at the cool perspective in this room. Blowing my mind. Don't want to be here yet. Let me save and go back. Come back here. I want to check the other path. I wasn't sure which one was forward. Oh, really? What's the, how do I generate AP then? Is it just the spirit command? Or can I get it some other way too? Jump. Jump. Whoa. Yeah. That also makes sense. Could do a spirit just to regenerate some and see what happens. Every round, getting damage by spirit with a heal spell of 9. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, Devil Jesus. Looking out. Shit, I need to heal. These things don't screw around. Hi, Ben. Cat hype. Bottom right corner. Yeah, that move is just nasty. Gotta start killing them. Specifically, I have to kill the bats. It's a much bigger threat to me, I think. Let's do right, left. Let's see, and it uses up its own. Now, if I want to steal magic from one of the Ra-Seru that I encounter in battle, I don't know, Chaos, Sky Corvus, Devil Jesus, do you know this? Do I have to kill them in a certain way? Does it matter how I finish killing them? Like, do I need to finish with attacking with the Ra-Seru or something? Let me turn down my laptop audio. You guys aren't thinking you're getting Facebook notifications all day. Hey, Lead Effects, how you doing? The different moves have different different elements associated with them often. They hit the enemy in different areas. It seems like certain enemies are weaker in one respect. We've for sure seen enemies that are like flying enemies are immune to low attacks, right? Because there's nothing for you to kick if you try to kick below a bat. So you have to use your combos smartly. If your combo includes an attack that's not going to hit the enemy, because if you're like punching a headless horseman and it doesn't have a head, you know, you want to avoid using a combo that's a high attack. So they're not totally arbitrary. They're there for a reason. Let's go explore this way real quick. Chance of absorbing it is lower if you overkill by a huge amount. So you want to just like bury kill. You don't want to be using an art to kill them, I guess. Devil Jesus. Interpret that right? Jump, jump, jump. I found a chest. I found a chest. Alright. Wonder who that's for. Pretty big upgrade. So let's try doing things that aren't combos on the bat until we get our thing. Is this just one disc? I think it's just one disc. There's not a ton of FMV cutscenes, but that's really what takes up all the space in these kinds of titles. Can every character learn something from every individual Seru? Where there are certain Serus that only certain characters can learn from. If you know what the hell I'm talking about, there's magic in this game, and you get magic by killing those enemies, the Seru, that have a little element icon next to their name when you kill them. There's a chance you can absorb whenever you kill them, it sounds like. Yeah, so this guy, if you notice below him, there's nowhere for me to kick if I use a low attack, so I don't want to bother with low attacks on him. Which means that really the only attack worth doing against him is the hyper elbow. That's all left and right. Level increases might be bringing us pretty close to being able to do 4 attacks. Female character we named Andrea already has that capability from out the gate. This is just a dead end, right? You know? Oh, okay, no, we came here to get a chest. This was the chest direction. Everybody knows this system in a JRPG of go down the way that looks like it's progress. Oh, nope, I don't want to go this way. Let me go back the other way. There's probably a chest there. Oh, does each character have to learn magic separately, or does one person absorb it and then everyone has access to it? Devil Jesus. So you can always learn something from every Seru. It doesn't matter who's dealing the killing blow, as long as they have a Seru equipped, I take it. No, not quite 4. Haven't gotten one from Vera yet. I'm keep going for it though. That's definitely the more dangerous enemy of these two. Can do like 40 damage in one hit. I think we're doing left, right, left. Okay. Oh, each has to absorb on their own by last hit. Interesting. And it's fine if the last hit's an art, you're saying. But everybody can get it, and every Seru has one thing. I could use a low attack on this guy and go on the next attack. See, I think those are right there. Yeah, some of the arts are intuitive what the command is to enter them. I would be still trying to learn more arts, but I'm pretty sure I have all of them for this character. We did just about every combination of 3 entries that we could. At some point I'm gonna have to use a healing leaf. May as well use it now. It's like it heals less than my max, you may as well. Oh wow, okay. So don't go too crazy trying to absorb from every single Seru in the game. I'm not going to be trying to 100% it. If this were Child Marstead playing the game, absolutely I'd be trying to fight these things until I absorbed. But it influences which character you want to use to attack which enemy. You know, like if my main character already had the ability from Vera, I would want somebody else to try to finish off Vera. To also run the attack. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Hey, we got Vera. Alright. That's what we wanted. Let's see what it does. Oh, my controller deck. Just sensitive. I can restore it just by hitting continue. Yeah. Let's look at what it does. Vera, recover HP. Alright, that's pretty hot. I think I'm going to exclusively use his MP to do that, since I can always do damage with these. Like, the other spell I have is a fire spell that does damage to a group of enemies. So that can be pretty useful. But now I can use MP as a healing resource, which is pretty great. I think I can do it outside of combat too. Just wasn't about to find out. Is it correct that the main character also has 4 non-hyper arts that are 3 moves long? So I'm not trying to learn another one at the moment. Probably correct. Glad I went to the trouble of learning that one's heal though. Hey Cappy, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, so it wouldn't let me heal again because the one heal was enough to put me up to full. Try to learn that for her too as soon as she's able to equip a Ra-Seru. Yeah, so excluding the hyper arts, he has 4 regular arts that you can learn normally, right? I think that's right. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 threes. Okay. So. Alright, I'm on it. Stupid. Boss fight time. It's actually the first boss in the game. This song's pretty cool. She's at full health. I'm gonna save my MP for healing. He's gonna be my healer for now, at least. We're gonna do right, right, left, right. Now, let's put these other big abilities. Gotcha. 5, 6, and 4, 4. Thanks, guys. Damn, man. You hit her for 200 damage. Cool. Alright, so you're gonna heal her. Hopefully she doesn't take a hit before then. Yeah, she's got a big AP meter here because she just took a really good hit. Because I keep on of AP, it's really like a limit break meter in that regard. Yeah, you get a cool special animation. It actually summons the creature. Pretty cool. Nice. And heal her to full. Uh-oh. Is that AoE? It was AoE. Gross. And Vahn was able to take more damage there, so we'll just heal her again. Keep repeating her attack. She doesn't have any hyper arts yet. guessing that when he heals, he's more likely to go before the enemy goes. Usually that's the case. Like, individual attacks tend to have different initiative priorities in a turn-based game like this one. First time when we attacked, he got to go between us, which isn't what we want. Oh, that's not too bad. I'm trying to think if I should attack. I'll just go ahead and attack. Let's just do it. Do his hyper art again. She can keep doing her crazy thing. Oops. Soria! So I'm about to regret. I guess now they both need to heal. So I could have Marstead heal himself, and she can use a healing leaf on herself, I suppose, right? It's probably fair. Hope he doesn't use fire breath again. I do like that your spells in this game are essentially summons. It's cool that you learn magic from killing those things out in the game world. Basically get to tame them, and then every time you use them, they become more effective, as you saw. It said that Vera's magic will increase after I cast it. Yep, he did exactly what I didn't want him to do there. Keep using him to heal, though. He can try to heal himself next turn. We'll see who takes the hit. Ouch, that could kill her. Close to it, not quite. It's actually probably a good thing that he got to go first. She'll get healed to full, essentially for free. He doesn't need to heal himself, though. Mystic Care. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's what we wanted. She can eat 3 fire breaths before she dies. Keep going with our hyper arts. It's not one of hyper art or attack art. Not quite dead yet. I think his AI is random. What's a speedrun of this game like? Does anyone know how long it is? I'm just curious to hear if anyone watches Legend of Legaia speedrunners. Nice blocks. Less nice blocks, but blocked at the beginning. Probably stand to attack here. $8 to 10 hours? That's not bad. I saw the average playtime for the game. There's a website called howlongtobeat.com, I think it is. Just Google how long to beat. Don't trust me that that's the actual URL. But you can type in any game and it shows you, like, people report how long it took them, whether they were trying to 100% it or just beat it, whether they were rushing or playing it casually, and then it tries to average it out. So I think Legend of Legaia is something like 35 hours. Valkyria Chronicles something like 30. You have done well. Take me to the Genesis tree. Comparison, like the median, the average time to beat Xenoblade Chronicles is 66 hours without doing any completionist work on that website. The speedrun's like 27 hours. Alright, restore the Genesis tree. Should help with the mist in this general area. Call the instant that the heavens and earth were born. It's a very Japanese-y thing to say. 4 hours? Wow, that's cool, Devil Jesus. Do you know, is it a any percent run? They use like glitches or something to jump around? Some of the craziest speedrun strats are like, I don't know if they actually do this in Final Fantasy IX, but if you do the main game speedrun where you try to get the special sword for beating it in like 13 hours, you like open the disc tray whenever a cutscene starts in order to force the cutscene to end early because it clocks against your time while the cutscene's running and there's no in-game way to skip them. I don't know if there's other PS1 games where you have to do hardware-related things like that. Alright, maybe we can go back there now and get the item that was in that room. Oh, it just restores them to normal. I thought they were gonna be like super zombies forever. It's exciting. 8 to 10 hours, gotcha. That's still pretty impressive. There's some amount of leveling you have to do in the game. No crazy cheesy strats that can help you to beat the bosses. Alright. Now possess magnificent powers. You and Marstead must go on a journey to search out the Genesis trees. Journey may be difficult, but remember that I will always be with you. Kind of a similar theme in Crystal Chronicles, actually. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles for the GameCube. There's this mist everywhere. You're trying to help purge it. Upgrade your town's crystal to protect against it. And then meta increases level 2, I see. But now we just got Terra, so Terra starts at level 1. Oh, that's super cool. Do you realize what happened? That was just like a regular wolf, but it had Terra, the Ra-Seru, was bound to it like an augment. So it was an animal that was using it, so it could kind of get around and use it to travel. That's sad. Wolf's gonna go die alone. Need to get some kind of base level to cheese it. I see, Devil. Schedule update, we're playing Legends of Legaia for another 90 minutes, and then it's Metroid Prime 3, with Legend of Legaia returning next week, Monday and Tuesdays. Usually the days we'll be playing it. Who turns down a party member? Monsters, that's who. Back to Drake Castle, sounds good. I'm happy to do that. Seeing anything else worth equipping? I don't think so. Condition, moves, magic. Don't think we can see the stats on the Seru at all. Alright, let's keep going. I like that he moves very quickly on the map. Yeah, right, Devil Jesus. There's a TV Tropes article about that false choice. Like, do you want to come? No. Oh, come on, please. There's a couple games that have played around with that trope and like giving you a game over screen if you pick no. Pretty funny. No more mist, no more battles. Nice. Disregard on the no more battles. I don't think it'll be any Seru, maybe just regular monsters. Let's see. Pump that times 2. Let's try casting comparisons. I guess we can't actually hit all of them. I thought we could. Pumpkin Bat, called. She doesn't have any magic yet. We'll get her some. It's fine. You won the Cacpot? That's Kami. That's really cool. Kami and his wife are on their honeymoon in Tokyo. They went to this Eorzea cafe, which is inspired by Final Fantasy XIV. What did that entail that you wanted, Kami? What does that give you? Cheese is good. Cheese is one of those things that doesn't have any right to be as good as it is given what it is. Like, let's leave this milk and rent it in this cave. Beer's another one. Yogurt is good. Probably shouldn't be good. It gets rid of all the Seru. Are we ever gonna run into those two again? The Gimard and the Vera for her to get? I'd like her to have a healing ability. Assume we have a chance to bump into them again later. So there's still random encounters, we just no longer fight Seru, it sounds like. I thought this was the exit, am I wrong? That's awesome, Kami. Jelly. Sounds like you had a nice day then. Sunday. There we go. We're at a point now where characters are strong enough to one-shot most of these things. Don't know if he tends to start with enough AP to use that ability. I don't think he can use it on a second attempt, but... having two characters definitely speeds these up quite a bit. What else is on the menu for you guys, Kami? Where else are you going now that you haven't been to yet? Oh, awesome. I was hoping they would have those at the Squaresoft, or excuse me, the Square Enix booth at PAX this year, and they didn't. Popped over there after we did the Ravana challenge. I feel like that's gotta be the way out, right? Seems pretty straightforward. Hey, Time to Split, thanks for the host. I appreciate that. Time to Split is a fellow from the Twitch subreddit. Went back and forth a little bit. Just popped in the chat a few times. You should throw him a follow as well. Twitch.tv/time to split 1. I'd say so. It's good to get into the habit of it. If you get a bot that can have an auto host loot effects, you can. Ooh, Studio Ghibli. Cool. That sounds fun, Kami. I'd say the only reason you would do it if there's nobody hanging out in your chat would be just to put yourself in the habit of setting host before stream and turning it off after stream. And that way, if anybody pops in, something will show up for them. Like I said, I'm really jealous. Kami, I'd love to visit Tokyo. My wife and I will try to go out there before we make a baby, if we ever decide to make a baby. This looks like the exit. There's no way for me to leave here. So maybe I'm supposed to use... I've got an item that lets me leave the dungeon too. I'll try using that here in a second if this will go. Because I'm just getting more battles the more I do this. Yeah. Exit effects. Yeah, it's showing as 1. And you get a little chrono doing a fist pump. Yeah, if anybody pops by the channel, they'll see it. It's kind of nice to have it running around online. Thank you, I appreciate it. Alright, so our aim right now is we're going to get out of this dungeon. We now have 2 characters, both of which have a Ra-Seru, which is pretty exciting. It doesn't really mean that much for our second character right now, which doesn't have any magic yet. But it is nice just to have 2 sources of action in battle. I could make a robo for try to detect if it's an auto host or not. Just Twitch alerts for that. Try to just finish this thing off and then I'll heal up. You notice earlier I did put in the right command for her to use her combo attack, but she didn't have enough AP, which is that third resource other than HP and MP. It builds whenever you take damage, it sounds like, so it's like a limit break meter. It builds when you use the spirit command. It builds when you're using a non-hyper art. Oh, she is actually stronger from having that on there, despite not having any magic? That's interesting to know, Devil. Alright, let's save. Got a few Legend of Legaia pros in chat. I did play this game on a rental long ago, after Final Fantasy VIII, before Final Fantasy IX, so I must have been between 10 and 12, I think, somewhere in that age range. And that was the last time I played it. So I have some... Oh, I see, that was just a dead end. Oh, oh that's the direction that she came from. I see. Wondering why there was nothing over there. It came in. Anyway, it was long enough ago that I remember some of the high notes. Remember the Genesis trees and the Ra-Seru. But not the main plot. Let's see. Kill the Gobu before he steals from us. He's got a steal command. Take your items. Jerk thing to do. I think at the end of the day, this game has 3 characters total. Thank you. Beat me to it. It's harder for me to reach my moderation laptop now because I've got this microphone in front of my face. Smash Brothers. Also, tomorrow after Smash, we're doing a special post-Smash stream. We're going to be playing Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, which is an amazing game. If you haven't seen it yet, it's been blowing up on Twitch. It was a big post on Reddit the other day. The premise is there is one person who can see a bomb that they're trying to defuse, and the other players are not allowed to see the bomb, but they have a bomb manual that explains how to disarm it. So the person disarming the bomb has to describe it using words to the people with the manual, and the people with the manual have to tell them what to do, like which wires to snip, which buttons to press to keep it from blowing up. It's really, really cool. I think you'll like it. It's the kind of game that actually I'm looking forward to stream it, but I'm also looking forward to just have like people over and do local multiplayer with it, because it scales really well. You could do it with just 2 people. You know, you could have more people so you can assign tasks out and multitask, but the more people you include, the harder it is for you to communicate sometimes. You've got people talking on top of each other. Peek won't catch the ones that are done as an emote. I think it's an issue with the bot itself. It'll ban them if they don't put it in an emote. I'll have to push that as a bug on the Deepbot forums. I don't know if they're aware of it. It'll probably be back on. I'll do it on stream again some other time, and I'll keep the recording on YouTube. We'll do it as a Wednesday free play thing. Y'all should check it out though. It's like $15 on Steam, excuse me, 10-15 bucks. Totally playable locally. The PDF bomb manual is free to download. I might try doing it at some point with people in chat being the manual users, but you might have to watch on a lower latency platform like Hitbox for it to work. Is Space Team the game that we played once, Leon? It's the one with the, you have the CD that's playing, and you have to work together to move your ship, or do space battles and the like. Yeah, Kami is in Tokyo with his wife right now. They're on a honeymoon. I am shocked that he's even in chat at all today. Is it early morning? Are you guys just waking up, Kami? Space Alert. What's Space Team? Why did I confuse them? Well, confuse them because they have the word space in their name. Space Team is more like the airplane talks somebody down. Some of the puzzles in this game are pretty devious too. They're designed to screw with you. I can post the link here. If you wanted to see what the bomb manual has. It's free. So like there's a puzzle called Who's on First that says like all the codes are words that you would normally use when trying to talk out a puzzle solution, like what? Uh-huh. Oh, that's awesome, Leon. Oh, is that the one that they had Wi-Fi issues or something? Oh. Wonder how they could do keep talking. I feel like they could do it. Co-optition kind of a thing. All right. Drake the Third. Cool. You guys play Space Alert at work, right, Kami? Remember you talking about playing that in like Munchkin. Yeah, they could do it. They wouldn't be able to do it as the final round, but they could do it as like the penultimate round. It would be really cool. Got a mustache. Young lady, this is called a mustache. He's like a cave person. Got a pretty big tone spike. Like, these people have been frozen as like Ra-Seru zombies, possibly for hundreds of years, and like the first thing we're going to talk about is facial hair. Oh, I didn't know that, Elon. That's cool. That would be awesome as a final. Be a lot of fun to watch too. Order to open the water gate must have caused you great hardship. Alright, water key. Nice. I like how the female character is just like, here, let me just walk into your body. Not too many JRPGs try to do like having actually the characters falling behind you. Like Paper Mario does it. Final Fantasy VIII does it. Usually not worth the trouble of animating all of them. Cool, thank you, Devil Jesus. I thought maybe that was true. Holy mission. Save and realm in the Drake Castle. Suffering will naturally until the whole world is free of mist. She's almost like Ayla. She's like a cave person. Suffer means be very sad. I hate suffering. It's very not Buddhist of you. Or very Buddhist of you, depending on your approach. You want to escape suffering. Alright. Get this platinum card. Alright, got it. Thank you, Chaos. Thank you, Devil Jesus. Pointing that out. Well, no, it makes sense. She's a gay girl. I got it. Alright. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with my standard way of handling this, which is to make my main character into a powerhouse, since I'm most likely to have them in my party a lot of the time. So any of these like permanent stat upgrades I get, I'm gonna give them to the main guy. I know a lot of people that have different approaches there. Some people will spread it out, or they'll give their permanent stat upgrades to the people who are weakest in that area, like give magic up to the person who's not very good with magic, and so on. Buy secret items at special locations. Man, I'm surprised they hid that thing, or hid that thing. Hide it. Go ahead and rest. That's usually my thought process behind dumping it all on the main character. It's not always true. There are some games that remove the main character from your party. Yeah. Oh man, having dreams. She's pretty civilized for a cave girl, but I guess she'd have a wolf Seru thing raising her, teaching her stuff. Mother can't hear or see her. Look how sad she is. Ah, weird. Her mother's at the source of the mist. Save the game. Keep moving. We're playing Legend of Legaia for another about an hour and 10 minutes before we switch to Metroid Prime Trilogy. We're on Metroid Prime 3. Other games we've been playing this week. Yesterday was Zelda Twilight Princess. Tomorrow's going to be some Mario Maker, some Smash, and Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, the game I was talking about a little bit ago. Thursday, Friday, we're going to see some combination of Valkyria Chronicles, Mass Effect 3, and subscriber-suggested games, people who've subbed on Patreon. Check that out. This is actually a sub-game that ended up getting elevated. Just here for Legend of Legaia, that's cool. We'll see you next week, Monday and Tuesday, as well, when we play it again. I'm gonna check all the different rooms in this building in case there's other things to be found. Is there any chance of me being able to handle it, Devil Jesus? I mean, I'll give it a try if you think it's possible. A lot of stores outside the castle. I want stores. I have a bunch of money too. Rim Element's beautiful village. Okay. I thought the design of this area was confusing, but it's not that confusing. When I was a Seru monster, it was almost like being dead. She liberated us from death. I missed it earlier because we were playing this as at short intervals. Did we say how long has this town been like covered by mist? Are we talking like years, decades, centuries? They said that when you're attached to a Seru in the mist, you could live for like thousands of years, but you're basically a zombie. Okay. I get a benefit if I lied and said no. Usually it's a good idea to be honest in JRPGs. What about the warrior monks? Forbid the use of Seru and promote physical and mental discipline. Named Kin knew a bunch of fighting. My chances are not the best, okay. But it's something that anytime I go back to the hometown, I can fight a super boss or a bonus boss. Maybe let me know when you think I'll be able to handle it, and I'll go try it then. Just no guarantee the power will last forever. Mist generator in the northeast. I don't know what the deal is with the mist generators. Here, too much else to find in this room. I think there were still some other rooms that had cages in them. Sure does. 4 Genesis trees, one in Romel, another mountain in Rikuora. Forest north of Biron Monastery. Cool. Hey, just missed this room before. Human means to be hungry. It's deep. Nothing wrong with a man who enjoys his food. Okay. I'll try when I get the third character. Before the mist came, there was a Biron monk in the castle who taught us many arts. After the mist came, perhaps he was killed by the Seru. He left us a keepsake, a book called The Secrets of Biron. Yes. Let's read all these. A robust boy. Oh, I already know it. Alright, Spawn Driver. No warrior monks here, so don't bother reading it. I wonder who my third character is going to be. I've already done these guys, yeah. Right. Get down, dodge. Cool perspective in that room, in here too. Anime lady picture. Used to close the water gate outside. To the east, beyond the river by the castle, is Biron Monastery. Many warrior monks are there. Great. I like one of them. No. Wait, do I? Oh, right. Maybe we did bump into that guy. Yeah, right. This book's really long. You got it, Spiky. What's up, girl? So many people. She's used to, like, a cave, mushrooms, and a wolf person. Oh, good. Probably not. I try to be nice in JRPGs, but the real answer is probably not. What is it? It's a fighting robe. Excited she is. Hey, did we get a discount? Didn't really appreciate the extent to which she's what you get for killing monsters. I could say I don't know. I bet if I said what you get for killing monsters, you could get it. Now I have to pay for it, I'm sure. Oh wait, no, I can't actually shop with him. Huh. That would be the only way to get the fighting robe, is to pick the right option there, I take it. Nice hanging a lampshade on the fact that all the shops are for adventurers. Oh, seriously, Devil? Can you buy it at a discount if you say what you get from killing monsters, or is the only way to get the item is to do it that way? Almost done talking. I know better than to run away from a woman who's shopping from playing Chrono Trigger. Probably Peeling Berry, right? Haven't seen one of those yet. What does the Door of Light let you do? Escape from a dungeon. Find happiness, go to heaven. Get it anyway. Gotcha, devil. Last question. What is this supply dealer's name? Dude, I have no idea. Pretty sure it's not Lesm, it's not May, because we've met that person. Alright. I got an item. 10 healing shrooms. Pretty sweet. Probably need to get her back in my party in order to be able to buy anything. One of the problems with having, like, everything be focused on standardized testing, like, I have a skill of being a good test taker. Not necessarily knowing the answer, but knowing how to eliminate the wrong answers and have a good, improve my chances when I guess, which is not a skill set that everyone has, and it's not a skill set everyone needs to have. It's not a useful one. See you later, Kami. Have a good day. Enjoy Studio Ghibli. So it's a shame that I get an advantage, and people who are, you know, intelligent but don't have test-taking trickery, test-taking fuckery get penalized, you know? Please restores HP and enemy. Boring. Now I want to talk to everybody and get stuff. No reason to use the inn. Holy shit. Stuff's expensive, but it looks pretty good. Increases rate of successful hits. I don't know which one of those I want. I might want both of them. Let's see what he's got first. Nail glove, warrior seal, equipped guardian clip. Ooh, I wish I would have gotten that for free. It's expensive. Don't think I want to go to the trouble of loading my save for it, though. That's like half of my money. Pretty big upgrade, defensive-wise, too. Let's go ahead and do it. Bite the bullet. I wouldn't have even guessed that the correct option was to pick I don't know. Nullify Venom. I'm sure I'll find some of those later. I do like games that give you exciting things and good choices when you're making early game purchases. It tends to be JRPGs like this. You quickly get to a point where you have so much money that it no longer matters. It's effectively infinite. So they make that a little bit easier on you by giving you some cool things to buy right out the gate. Let's see how they do now. I didn't get any major upgrades to their abilities. I like how they actually, like, the gear that you equip on them changes their appearance. That's cool too. It's expensive to do from a game design perspective when most people wouldn't expect that you added a feature like that. Yeah, that's probably reasonable, I think. You probably don't need all the new equipment in order to, you know, be successful at the game. It's just kind of a nice to have, right? Let's pop in here. I don't know if I'm able to cross that river there, but I'll try it here soon. Opening a trading business between Drake Castle and Rim Elm. Oh yeah. Shame for failing to fulfill my duty. Alright. I'm a shopkeeper now. Welcome to my store. I think that these blue items are items that we get because we have the platinum card. Which both sound pretty good, but they're hella expensive. This is the kind of thing where if this was the kid version of me playing this game, I would go outside, run in circles, and fight things until I had enough money to buy all 4 of those accessories. Gotcha. Am I able to come back and attempt it at any point in the game, Devil Jesus? If so, I'll just wait until I'm prepared to be able to do it. Drink from the town fountain. Let's go southeast. Well, that just takes us back to our hometown. Can we just cross this river? I don't think so. No. I thought they said that the monastery was east of the town, though. Check and see what happens. That's not what we meant to do. I see. What's the, I have a reasonable chance of being able to beat him stage, do you think? You want to say it's like...
Yes, sir!
Would you think it's like, when I have the 3rd character? Maybe without really any necessary grinding after that? Maybe you can describe it as far as number of Genesis trees we have to have visited. That could work too. Eventually you can't get to them to the very end. Gotcha. I'm really able to cross here. It must be further north. It's cool. I'm getting into battles on the way, learning stuff, so it's not all a waste. Use auto for getting some more hearts while we're at it. How happy she is. Alright, let's go back up this way. Don't know if we... It sounded like we had to leave out the front in order to be able to get there. I'll try to keep an eye out. I may not have been following the river closely enough to see if there was a place to cross. Can I get to the next place I'm supposed to go to from this side of the world map, or do I need to exit out and find a different way to get there? He's so close to being able to use a 4th attack. I assume that's just going to happen as a consequence of leveling up over time.
Yes, sir.
You get like 11 gold for each of these random battles. Ah, I see. Oh, it's like a take an hour to kill him thing. I'm less interested in attempting that. But if I want to go that way, I need to have a bridge that crosses the river, unless if I can go up the mountain that way. I'm gonna go back into the castle and ask around and see where they want me to go next. Getting some decent damage in now in these battles. Healing leaves are really important early on, less so now that I have an ability, like a magic ability to heal the party. Okay, let's jump in here. Can I go around the side there, maybe? There's another way to get... Oh yeah, I totally can. Watergate. What about the chest there? The dam, I see. Hard to tell that this is a separate, like, entity from the building itself. I see. Okay. So it'll be a ways to go before we get a chance to do that. Gotcha, Devil Jesus. Wind book. Alright. Who's that for? Terra. Frost breath. Cool. Now they both have access to a hyper art. That's exciting. Guessing this means we can cross the river at any point, right? Yeah. Cool. Nice. Kind of want to go up into the misty area. I don't know if that's actually where we're intended to go, but we can at least find some more Ra-Seru up there, so second character can learn some magic. Noah. I'd like to learn healing magic for her. We'll see if we bump into one of those guys. So are the Ra-Seru that have a very rare ability learning rate, does that necessarily mean that the ability that they're learning is very good? You know, or can you get really shitty abilities from rare Ra-Seru? Just beyond this valley is the mist generator. Cool. Mist produced by the generator spreads out in the areas beyond the valley. Yeah, let's do it. Mist is too thick. Okay. Gotta go in a different direction. I love the facial expressions in this game. Alright. So we're supposed to come back here later. Okay, can do that. Phoenix. In this game are actually like Phoenix Downs. They resurrect your dead party members. Just like in the Final Fantasies. Right, let's keep going this way. I think if there's mist on the map, you have a chance of running into a Ra-Seru when you get into a random battle. Don't have evidence for that yet. It's speculation. Let's kill the frog first. I worry about poison when I see frogs, you know? Frost breath is... I don't have enough to cast it yet. Low, high, high, high. Ah, okay. So everything I was trying with her is a combination of 2. It's good to know there are some that are combinations of 3. What's cool about that move is that what she ends up doing makes sense given the input that you did with down, up, up, up. Where she like kneels to the ground and then jumps and does a spin kick. I don't know if their AP total carries over from battle to battle. Elias, yeah, I know. I feel exactly the same way about it. I rented it at Blockbuster once back between Final Fantasy 8 and Final Fantasy 9 and played through it. And I remember some of the plot points a little bit, but don't remember it very well at all. Baki! Ah, I see. Cool, Devil Jesus. I don't want to go that way just yet. I like to save my game pretty aggressively. My wife used to never save her game until one day there was a power out and she lost like 4 hours of Final Fantasy X progress or something. I was like, hope you learned. Always save your game. Ah, but you've seen it to recognize like the combat style. And it's rare Pepe on the right there. Looks like their AP doesn't carry over. Still can't really tell. It might. Uh-oh. Tell me that's just damage. Maybe it's a chance to do instant death. Focus that thing down. I ain't trying to hear that. Seymour! Feed me, Seymour. Flip hug. Punch her in the face 3 times. It's an acrobatic blitz. Pretty good. Oh, okay. Maybe like charm them or something. Yeah, almost my entire exposure to video games between the ages of 0 and 17 when I got a job and was able to pay for it myself was through weekly Blockbuster rentals. Didn't own a lot of titles, but letting me rent a game once a week at Blockbuster was a lot cheaper than like enrolling me in any number of other activities that didn't involve leaving the house. But that did involve leaving the house. Probably this is where we want to go, that's my guess. Interesting. Human visitors. That's cool. They use the propellers to drive out the mist. It's been a long time since Biron Monastery had any real human visitors. In the middle of training, when it's over, I'll introduce you to Masters of Blue. Stop right there. I love this guy's model. You can have visitors. What a rare treat. Enough training for now. You may now attend your individual tasks. Yes, sir. One of them looks like red-haired Vegeta. Welcome to Biron Monastery. Let me get a good look at you. He's got like a cameo, like the guy from Cameo. What's the word up? It's his haircut. How dare you call Masters of the old man? I think he might be our next character. Guy in the back with the blue shirt. Don't think it's gonna be pissed off Ginger Vegeta. Yeah, it does. Devil Jesus. A little bit cleaner too. We'll have a party in our honor. Cool. Sounds good. Those things on your arm. I like how he has a name, the other one doesn't. I guess forget the name of the other guy. Technically no. They're Ra-Seru. I am Sungi. You have an extra Seru, please let me have it. Probably not the best idea. Okay. Talk to folks in the town. I guess there's an interesting component to this game universe where everyone is in this like isolated little bubble where they have something that keeps the mist out, and they don't know very much about anyone else in the outside world. So from everyone's perspective, they're the last survivors in this post-apocalyptic mist world. So they haven't been using the Ra-Seru for a long time. They weren't quite as screwed, I guess, when the mist showed up. You seen the movie The Mist? I'm gonna spoil the ending, but it's one of those where like the ending is very different from the Stephen King book, and it's pretty awesome. Like Stephen King even said that they handled the ending better than the book. The movie's kind of it's an alright horror movie, but the ending makes it worth it. Hey, what are you doing here? It's May, isn't it? Maya. I'm just as young as I was when I left the village. I left the village like 10 minutes ago, unless the game's trying to suggest that it's been a while. Just like Vahn when he was young. Right, not to be confused with the fog. Not to be confused with Silent Hill Mist. Kind of interesting if you think about like the common horror tropes like mist, shadows, like it sort of makes sense that these are rooted in our psyche as being scary from like a biological perspective. You don't see very many movies about like bunnies being scary, source of terror. So glad I finally met her. Cool. Power elixir. Is that one that we just use in I think elixir means use it in combat only. Which means I probably will never use it. Hey, welcome back, Chaos Factor. Rumel. Tetsu lives there. Oh, that's right, he was the guy that... I guess that's kind of how I could have figured out that answer before. I knew that Tetsu was in the first town. Yes, sir. In the woman's bedroom. Wonder what yes, sir would translate to in Japanese. What's a very formal phrase you would say to someone that's just approached you? There is a scary bunny in Holy Grail with teeth. Pointed teeth. Destroy it only with the Holy Hand Grenade. Let's count to 3. No more, no less. Men are forbidden to enter. Alright. Okay. I don't actually get to go there to hear what they're saying. Maya is very loving and hardworking, such a cheerful person. The monks of Biron think of her like a mother. Monastery doesn't allow Ra-Seru or women. It's Alright. Sends you her regards. Works for me. Master Teacher is the strongest here. Songi is number 2. Alright, so Master Teacher is Goku, and Songi is Ginger Vegeta. This is the dining room. Save. Playing Legend of Legaia for another 40 minutes, and I'll be taking a short break before switching to Metroid Prime 3. I did get the platinum card. Kinda can't talk today. Took shelter when the mist attacked. Hate having to say yes sir and yes ma'am all the time. Yeah, what you got, buddy? And it does have some new stuff. Save your clothes. Alright, live with that. What does this guy have? Yeah, so like he wouldn't sell this healing flower, or this healing bloom, I guess, if I didn't have the platinum card. And it's a pretty big item to just kind of hide somewhere like that. Gonna need to get a lot of money to buy all that stuff. I assume that's what those turquoise items are, Chaos? I found a chest. I found a chest. I found a chest. Hey, 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 hey. Songy resents Master Teacher. What? No, that shocks me. I've never been more shocked about anything in my life. Cool. Yeah, that's, like I said, that's a really important item to just hide in a room. This is a bedroom. Yeah, let's do it. Brief nap. Suture books. Cool. Suture means teaching, practice. Should ask Andrea. She minored in religious studies with a focus on religion when she was getting her physics undergrad degree. It's like one of the reasons we went to Nepal a couple years ago is because she had friends that were doing their doctoral research. I'd probably have to close this to open the door. Right? Yeah, makes sense. It's like an airlock. Maybe there'd be more for me to do in that town area, but maybe not. Keep exploring over here. Maybe there is still something for me to do there and I just didn't find it. Being over here is not a complete waste. Gives me a chance to get into a fight with Ra-Seru. Learning more magic. Seymour. God, he's so close to being able to use 4 attacks. Right. Swan dive. Yeah. You're a weird combo of degrees. Is that enough? No, I think I had them attack 2 different people. It's probably not the best decision. Given that they're pretty nasty. So we can do the special move here. Can he do one? No. Spend a lot using the other ability. Could try doing another thing that's like a triple, so left, right, right. See what happens. Now that we know that there are abilities that use triple input. Paralyzed, okay. So it doesn't actually kill them. It's greatly preferable. Oh, it's almost the same as being asleep though. They get knocked out if they get hit. Yeah. Got a few of them. That's an animation. That reminds me of like kind of an earthbound enemy or ability. Okay, let's try going back in the monastery. I don't think I'm supposed to go down here. I think there's still somewhere else I can go, like move out the back of the monastery. Progress to the north, maybe. I do like the idea of a, like, mist airlock that they have at this room. Alright, let's keep looking around. See what we can find. There's other rooms in here that I wasn't able to find before. Oh, I see. Yeah, because I go upstairs. That's where I got confused. Training is sometimes hard for me since I'm not talented like Master Teacher or Sun Yi. My Master Teacher joined my party. To allow Ra-Seru like you onto the sacred soil of Biron. Bite me, buddy. This is Master Zopu's room. You're brooding up here, Sungi? Ginger Vegeta. Okay, so that's how I go to the next area. Good to know. East Voss Forest. Wonder which one I want. About to find out, I assume. Talking to this guy. Gotta check all the barrels. Master Teacher's parents were killed by Ra-Seru monsters. Oh man, we got a party full of, I guess main character is not a orphan. What's up, buddy? You got it. Yes. Tell me what you heard. Fade out. Yeah, I was saying that, Chaos. It's kind of this scary post-apocalyptic world where everyone's had to build a bubble around themselves, protect themselves from the mist, either with the Genesis tree or with that cool Monastery airlock. So everyone kind of thinks that they might be the last people alive in the world. It's pretty dark. But it's got kind of that zombie apocalypse thing going on where everyone's in their town thinking, is anyone else out there, or is it just us? It's also frustrating. It's alright. If you want to go back to Rim Elm, now's the time. Let's take you. Join my party. That's correct. Yeah. How many people do you know that depend on them? Nobody. So, just went into the shrine earlier. Just saw her do that. What's up, Vegeta? Man, I wonder if Vegeta wants a Ra-Seru. Just in case you didn't figure out that that's what he wants. Standing on your table. What's that? I mean, not just for that, but sure. Herb that she used Ra-Seru to revive the Genesis trees. Yep. 2 trees near here. Yeah, sure, why not? Sounds like fun. Get some stuff. Probably don't want to toast us until we're successful. One of these days, I'm gonna play a JRPG where you're sent on a mission like this, and the shopkeepers are like, "Oh man, you need to succeed in your mission. I'm gonna give you all this stuff for free." They could do something where, keep the game balanced. Maybe you get into a battle where you lose all those free items. West or east? West or east? Let's do it at random. West. Gotcha. I'll go to east for you. That's not good. Oh, I'm not allowed to go east anyway? Sure. Yeah, but thou must. Alright. Wonder if they're gonna let me name Master Teacher. Legend of Legaia beating you over the head with what Vegeta wants to do here. Yeah, I'll put it to a vote. Although, does anyone in chat want to outvote Chaos Factor? He said he'd spend about 100 sphere points on naming the third character Ben. If you want to beat it, just speak up. Otherwise, I'll just deduct the points and name him that. Yeah, but thou must. I do like, it's one of those things where it's like they want to engage you a little bit more than just having you read text boxes, but if a choice isn't a choice at all, they shouldn't bother. They handled it pretty well in, was it Final Fantasy VI, where you get a Genji glove if you say no repeatedly? There's no reason for you to know to do that, but it's a part that makes sense for Terra's character. Like, it's more interesting that you break from the JRPG norms and refuse Banon multiple times. And you get a better item if you do that. One sec. Yeah, sure. Master Teacher's a weird name. My name is Okusco. Are you serious, Devil Jesus? That's awesome. Hey, Yahan, how you doing? Excuse me. Bendis. Ben's sitting on top of my freezer right now, my actual cat Ben. He's trying to claw it open because he wants to eat the waffles. I have the child lock on there though, so once he figures out how to open the child lock, it's game over. Don't get too friendly, I hate Seru. Screw you, buddy. No equipment. I'll give him the survival knife. Other stuff later. I have to wonder if Noah and Gala's names were, like, mixed. Noah sounds like a guy's name, and Gala sounds like a girl's name. Maybe not, because I can see either of them working. Gala. Alright. Thank you. I can't afford to buy any armor for my new character, so I'm just gonna deal with not having it for now. Save when we get outside. How you been, Yahan? Did you sleep okay yesterday? See, Dead Space is slowly climbing those ranks. Go up here. Oops. Oh, well, that's convenient. I pressed that button by accident, but turns out worth doing. I think we want to go. We don't want to go left. That's where the mist generator is. We want to go up in the forest up there. Good. Glad to hear it. Take this thing out before I can use its nastiness on us, right? Hey, I can use a frost breath. So he's got like military fatigues on. Now, why is his arms icon so much larger? Is that because he's not? He should be using his bare fists and not be using a dagger? Am I understanding that correctly? It's clever if that's the case. Oh, he only gets 2 right now. Interesting. Even if he uses the dagger. Yeah. Right, Devil Jesus? I don't, unfortunately, Yahan. You can kind of deduce that from the multi-vote list. but my bot doesn't track. One, it doesn't track how many sphere points you've spent, and two, it doesn't track who contributed which number of votes to which person. I have a suggestion open on the Deepbot forums asking them to add more features like that. Makes sense, Chaos. I remember that now. So there's no real reason for us to use any of these. I'll equip it from him after this fight here. Yeah. Live in a cave, raised by a wolf, got this Romulus and Remus thing going on. I'll equip that thing when we get out of here. Nice. There's some other Dead Space votes in there. Could try to figure it out. You have 200 hours watched, divided by 12 per hour, 16. And all your votes have been for Dead Space, and Dead Space currently has how many votes? 23? Yeah, so I think it's actually been 7 that someone else has voted for. I'm only able to do that because I know that you've spent all your votes on Dead Space. Oh, so it still gives them a stat boost. The only penalty for using a weapon with which they're not efficient is that it makes the move take up more space on their move bar. Is that right? Hey, Cappy, how you doing? Good to see you. Grats, Darkstar. Magus should be a coveted rank. Save it up. Cappy, I might send you a Twitch message. I had some questions about Mumble functionality and configuring the server and registering users. Get rid of the goofy password functionality. I'll shoot you a Twitch message about it. I know you said you've been busy and had a crazy work schedule lately, so whenever you get around to it. You can get a chance to be Aussie later. Rank 14, I think, is Great Aussie. Different boss and no trigger. Let's just do a regular auto attack. Stack them all on one thing. These things are nasty. You don't kill them. Yeah, Magus' music is the best. Okay, so it's between 6 and 7 votes from somebody else, I think, Vahn. Cool. Thank you again for the donation, I appreciate it. Of the Mumble server. I think Hitbox should be totally retired now. If you are currently if you're in chat and you're a patron on Patreon, just double check and make sure that your Hitbox subscription is disabled. Oh man, she's just short of having enough to use an arc there instead of auto. You're not getting double billed. Patreon's really nice. It just direct deposit into my bank account, so I don't have to do any nonsense with transferring from PayPal. Still planning on doing Triforce Heroes next week when it launches with Flareling and Hapax, assuming he's back from England. We won't do a midnight launch for that, but we'll play it on the launch day. Maybe do a little bit of an early stream. Cool game to show off, I think. Played it at PAX, it seemed really fun. I like collaborative puzzle solving. Usually not a gigantic fan of different kinds of co-op games, but co-op puzzles are good times. He does poison you, maybe? Or, no, I think it's just that paralysis is effectively the same as sleep in this. Five heart pieces instead of 4, because they wanted to include more secrets in the game, I guess. It still has the same heart cap, heart cap, right, of like 20. You're always looking out for me, Darkstar. I appreciate that. Yeah. They wanted to have more secrets, exactly, Darkstar. More secrets that had worthwhile rewards. Is it not 5 in Wind Waker? In Wind Waker, there's so few dungeons with bosses that drop full-on heart containers. Makes sense in Skyward Sword because you start with 6 hearts. In exchange for generally taking more damage for most things. Alright, we want... Against these guys, we want her to deal the finishing blow. Increases our chance of learning the healing spell from them. I think she got it. Nice. Easy mode. Soria! So I'll have to fight one of those Gimard, the original Ra-Seru, and learn its fire spell for her. I'm sure our monk buddy who doesn't like Ra-Seru is going to have to get one anyway. I can see them doing it either way. Go with like the equivalent of the Jeff character from Earthbound who never has access to magic. Hey, Size 16s, how you doing? Good to see you. Secret chest, look at that. Shield elixir, it's in combat only. Fertilizer. Increases the chance from 0, right? I guess when I say chance, I mean that by having her do a big attack and my main character do a small attack, she's more likely to actually get the finishing blow, right? Speeds the growth of a certain plant species. Okay. Don't know what that means, but I'm sure we'll find out. Let's all go this guy and you just do an auto attack, maybe learn some stuff. Do a button for him too. We'll keep focusing down the big guy. Ouch. You want to have time to pick it up? Or you want to have time to play it because you're playing something else? And I'll keep trying to focus down the Seymour. We can go with Swan Diver, why not? Oh, I see. There's a different game I'll be playing. Oh, see, this frog is too short, so high kicks miss him. Do you think that's a neat mechanic? You're a neat mechanic. Nice block. Let's do low, 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 low. funsies. Yeah, killed it. That works too. Which one, Tails or Jeffers Heroes, Cappy? Oh man, cool news for Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes on Wednesday. Dieter, one of the two people who's going to be doing the bomb defusal manual with me, he picked up the game too. So he could play the game, he could do the bomb defusal, and we'll have to imagine it in our minds together. Me, Ganymede Native, and y'all in chat. I'm going to pull up the manual on screen. I'll give out the PDF if you guys wanted to do the puzzle solving as well, and we could work together to be the manual folks if he plays it. Probably do a good chunk of it will be me on screen, so you guys have something more interesting to look at than a PDF document. But seriously, Devil Jesus? The angle changes based on the boots you have equipped? That's crazy. That's pretty cool, though. Some nice, there's polish in the game. We want to do... I would not have expected that to be true. That was a mistake, since they're flying. They can level up when used outside of battle as well. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. No, that didn't get mentioned. I saw that it leveled up when I used it out of combat a little bit. So can I just, like, can I cheese that? Can I go to a thing that heals my HP and MP? Spam heals. I guess it would recover my MP, so it wouldn't work. So I have to go outside and let things punch me a little bit. At some point I'm gonna have to split the voting list into long-ass JRPG list and not a long-ass JRPG list. And just have a slot for both on the schedule. Nullifies curse attacks. Let's put that on our main dude for now. Doesn't have any. It's equipped. I love long-ass JRPGs. That would guarantee that both would get played, just, you know, determine which game it replaces. Maybe make it cheaper to vote for some of the shorter games. Let's see. She might be able to do that in general, although I'll have to look into it. I could try to take the how long to beat clock into account. Go to howlongtobeat.com for a game. How do you break someone into tails? I have played Symphonia and I liked it a lot. Thought it was a good game. I didn't beat Symphonia, I was trying to 100% it. I was playing it on hard too. I sunk like 150 hours or something into it. I was trying to like do all the side quests at the end game. I don't ever think I did the final dungeon. I was trying to beat like one of the super bosses. We want to do left, left, right, right on the other one. It's a really good attack, man. Does a lot of damage. How long to beat's pretty great. Actually, I could do that pretty easily. Maybe I'll do that in 2016. I'm making a few changes to tier points in 2016 to give people time to dump their points. Mostly affects subscribers. Instead of getting a voting discount, they'll get an accrual rate multiplier. So mathematically, it'll work out the same, but they won't get like double the benefit for donations. But but I could also change it. I could split the list in two. And have one that's like focused on long-ass games and one that's on shorter games, and then give a SP discount for games that are much shorter. Something like, you know, Donkey Kong Country that's like 10 hours versus I might be spending 60 or 70 hours trying to beat Dark Souls. Hey Rushzilla, heck yeah. I keep almost accidentally calling this game League of Legends. I don't even play League of Legends, but you see it so much on Twitch and on Reddit. It even has a word in common. Ridgegrass, well that's convenient. I haven't played Dark Souls at all. How long is Dark Souls? I'm talking like taking into account the fact that I'm going to die repeatedly on every boss until I figure it out. I imagine that like play through it knowing all the mechanics or play through with a walkthrough is quite a bit shorter. Oh yeah, I didn't realize we're going to actually need that fertilizer. So I felt like it was a secret. No, it's not too bad. This game's 35. Okay, good. Glad it's not a point of no return. You have to do really poorly to take 70 hours? Okay, that's good to know. You think so, D-Rock? Ooh, another Ra-Seru. Let's try to get it for him first. Well, I guess if either of them get it, it's fine. Then we can narrow it down after that. He may as well use his move. So AP does persist between battles? I think that's correct, right? Yeah, I imagine playing it on stream, I mean, there's gonna be some fights that people are just gonna be able to help themselves. Like, I just accepted that there's gonna be some fights that are gonna get spoiled for me while I'm attempting them. Tornado frame? Didn't learn anything though. Yeah. We'll see. I think streaming will be a blessing and a curse for it. In an ideal universe, I would blind play through it without any chance of anyone telling me what to do. But if I'll be streaming it, sometimes you don't want to see me crack my head against the wall for 2 hours straight, so I might set some kind of like attempt limit on each boss. If I'm really stuck, take some kind of hint. Aren't there like little messages that people leave on the ground in the game that give you hints, kind of? I did play the game for about 30 minutes, and I saw a couple of those players leave behind. This is not my first time playing Legend of Legaia. I did rent it between when Final Fantasy VIII and Final Fantasy IX came out, and I kept renting it until I beat it. So I have beaten it, but it's been so long that I don't remember anything from it. Don't remember this forest, for example. Yeah, right, Sean. Maji. I love, was it Ramaji? Japanese take on English words. Pocket would be like Poketo. Oh, really? Yeah, I'll definitely add a death counter for Dark Souls. I think that's pretty necessary. The only thing stopping me from adding an overall game death counter right now is that I should have done it a long time ago. But I guess a better time to start than the present. Right, Sean? I'm really excited for it, Devil Jesus. I really like hard games. I like interesting fight mechanics. Dump your votes into Dark Souls. Actually, D-Rock tried to get Dark Souls on the schedule sooner. I was going to allow it because I want to play it. But, it's high up on the list right now. He wanted to reapply some of his votes that he made when I first started the voting system to like Secret of Evermore, which I would be fine with, but I don't want to set a precedent that people feel like they need to hold on to their votes and wait until they can use them via multi-vote so they can easily change it later if things don't go their way. I think it's a good idea in practice, but I think that letting people switch their votes too much makes it doesn't let it scale quite as well. So I'll try to specify something on the spreadsheet saying that votes are mostly final, unless if you like vote for the wrong game on accident or something. I can work with you. Glad you brought that up though, D-Rock, because I hadn't considered whether I wanted to allow that or not, so it gave me a chance to think about it, make a decision. It's not so much, it's that it's unforgiving, right, Chaos? Yeah. No, I want to avoid guides. I'm gonna ask my moderators in chat to help police anyone trying to give me tips that are unrequested. I think it's gonna be after Valkyria Chronicles, Mass Effect 3, or Legend of Legaia, all of which have similar how long to beat clock times, and they've all been on the schedule for roughly same amount of time. So at an average of like 4 hours per week for each of those games, I would say maybe not in October, maybe like the end of November. Let's see. Keep an eye on those three though. Zelda's gonna keep its slot. Metroid will probably keep its slot. They'll help to control the JRPG influx we've got. Final Fantasy X will probably keep its slot. If I beat Ogre Battle and Silent Hill 2, that can free up some time on the 90-minute block weeks to maybe bring in another game. Yeah. It sounds like most enemies, like, it's not just like, okay, figure out the mechanic and now you've won the fight. It's that the mechanic, you can use a mechanic to help you win, but you can also win without it. Yeah, that sounds good, Devil Jesus. I'm excited to play it. Said it'll be a blind playthrough. I'll do my best to keep my eyes off chat for a couple seconds after I see each message pop in my peripheral vision to give the mods a chance to clear it if it's a spoiler. There's a couple reasons. Every now and then I'll play a game that's like Legend of Legaia, for example, that's a bit more obscure than something like Final Fantasy. And it could be pretty demoralizing to play a fairly obscure game. You're not getting a lot of, walk-in traffic from people for a long time at length. And it kind of affects, whether or not you're aware of it, it kind of affects your mood. If I'm just playing it for 3 hours, then I'm going to be switching to something that's a little bit more popular, like Metroid Prime, or tomorrow with like Smash Brothers and Mario Maker. It adds a little bit more variety and increases the chance that someone's going to walk in. The other problem is that if I'm only playing Legend of Legaia for a week, and there's someone who really likes Legend of Legaia and some of the other games I'm playing, by spreading out the time that I'm focusing on it over multiple weeks instead of just like rushing it down in a week, there's a higher chance that someone's going to stumble in and see it if I'm playing it, on noon one day and at 4 o'clock another day and so on. So it's a strategic decision. I'll probably stick around with that for a while. It might be kind of cool to go to a let's play a whole game for 6 hours every day model eventually. But right now I kind of need to balance having a variety of games and a and a an actual focus on beating all of them and not just switching and starting a whole bunch of games at the same time. Yeah, I imagine so, Spiky. Maybe I'll put out some temporary mod ships. I want to make more mods in chat, but I have to be very careful to avoid having too high of a percentage of people in chat being mods, because that can be really intimidating to new viewers if everybody has a sword. But maybe during Dark Souls, I can award out temporary mod ships to help with that. Yeah, its obscurity is fine. Like I want to play games like this, Chaos, which is part of why I do the multiple blocks. I've noticed, like, for example, Final Fantasy Tactics isn't particularly an obscure game, but it's an obscure game as far as Twitch goes. There's not a lot of people who go on Twitch to watch you play Final Fantasy Tactics. But if it wasn't for Tactics, Sanguine Haze never would have tuned in. If Sanguine Haze hadn't have tuned in, he wouldn't have noticed that I was playing Final Fantasy 14 and referred the game to Kami, who's like has the most hours clocked of any of my followers. So even though when I was playing Tactics back in the day, it felt like a little bit of a grind, since not a lot of people are tuning in for it, there's unseen benefits. I've noted that when you're playing more obscure games that don't have a lot of foot traffic, they tend to bring in people who are really excited about that game because nobody else is streaming it, So I want to give people as much an opportunity as I can to them to tune in and check it out. That's a long-form theory of Twitch growth reason for why I'm doing it. Yeah, there's certainly a disadvantage to being a variety streamer in that regard. It's easier to just pick one game and get really good at it and play it all the time. I'm hoping that Twitch is going to add some more discovery options related to that. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, Devil Jesus, is that if it was all about just maxing out my viewers, then I would just play Smash 3DS all the time. I get like 10 times as many followers playing that. But I play it every now and then. That's not what I want to do with the channel. I want to beat every awesome single-player game ever made. So I want to actually be doing what I eventually want to do with the channel, and not like cheat to build up my audience over the course of 6 months and then turn around and say, nope, sorry, I'm not a Smash streamer anymore. Let's go play Legend of Legaia. Yeah, I hear you, Ludifex. I think you're more likely to get people who are really interested in what you're doing if you're playing an obscure game versus if you're playing something that's in those top 20. I will do a Minecraft playthrough. It is beatable, technically, these days. You can go beat the Ender Dragon and say that you've beaten the game. It might be a fun game to do during free play as well sometime. I bet Songy got a Seru. Yeah, no, absolutely Chaos. Wednesdays, I look forward to playing with viewers, but Smash it definitely feels the most like a job compared to the other games I'm playing, just because there's so many people in chat. A lot of them are fresh folks, so it's not like hanging out with you guys where I know all of you, we've talked a bit before, or we're talking about something we're interested in. A lot of kids come in during Smash time. Minecraft probably won't be on stream for a while. Yeah, if I were to beat it, it would be like get on a server and try to beat the Ender Dragon and then say, okay, we beat Minecraft. It's definitely much less beatable than a lot of other similar games. Yeah. The thing I'm looking forward to is they're adding playlist functionality to Twitch. What this is you upload videos like you do with YouTube. Then you can set a playlist of your videos to be running while you're offline, which, like, okay, fine, who cares? But the reason that's exciting, if they implement it smartly, is that the video playlist is time synced as if you were streaming it. So unlike YouTube, if you go on YouTube and watch one of my videos at 2 o'clock, and Steve starts watching it at 3 o'clock, you both start from the beginning. But with the time synced video, everybody tunes into the same timestamp on the video. So you can discuss it in real time with other people, even if the streamer isn't there. So my hope is that will help variety streamers like me. I can load a bunch of my cool videos, like, just load my full Chrono Trigger playthrough to Twitch, and then people can find out that, hey, there's this streamer who plays Chrono Trigger, plays games like Chrono Trigger, and find the channel even though I played it, almost 6 months ago at this point. All right. Yeah, I don't want to play my own music over stuff. I get a lot of people who pop in stream, especially during Smash, who are like, "Why can't I do request song, man?" I was like, "I like the game music, man. I'm here to appreciate video games, not here to appreciate, you know, whatever music that I'm listening to." The game music is part of the package. There are some games where I could see putting on your own soundtrack. Like if you're grinding in Diablo or something and you've heard the Diablo soundtrack a bajillion times, okay, go ahead and put on whatever you want. Yeah. Sean, I think I picked you up when I was manually doing a rebroadcast of Dungeons & Dragons, right? I was just hanging out in chat while I was rerunning something. I don't think it was the live D&D game. You can technically do that now, but it's kind of complicated to pull it off, and there's a little bit of a taboo associated with rerunning content on your live channel. But the assumption is with this new feature that they're adding, they'll make it easy to tell that this is a rerun. Oh, that's awful, Spiky. Yeah. It worked pretty well. I'll probably do those rebroadcasts again once I get big enough to justify spending all that time on my D&D game. I am going to bring D&D back. In fact, People Next 10 Kilometers and we're going to do a stream pretty soon. We're testing it out this upcoming Sunday. I'm not going to be DMing, which is why I can do it. It's when I DM that it requires so much effort on my part. I think her boyfriend Ian is going to DM it. But I'll give you guys the heads up when we're actually going to be streaming that if you wanted to tune in for a D&D game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the music of the actual game will trigger copyright flags as well. So sometimes people will disable sound in the game just to get around copyright if they're uploading to YouTube. I'll eat the monetization. Like, it's pennies of ad revenue for me for now. I might change that in the future. I know I'm running over time with Legend of Legaia here. I'm gonna try to get back to that save point that's back there here in a second. If I get into another battle on my way there, I'll save state and we'll switch over to Metroid Prime. Yes, Devil Jesus, if you're just here, I'll give you my spiel. I think somebody posted the mission thing. What I'm trying to do on this channel is beat every awesome single-player game ever made, knowing that there's too many of them to beat them all in one lifetime. So Legend of Legaia is one of those. We're going to be doing Metroid Prime here shortly. If you're just here for Legend of Legaia, that's totally cool. It'll be back usually on Mondays and Tuesdays. You can check the schedule below the stream to see when I'm going to be playing it. Otherwise, we have to see for some of the other games on the schedule. Like you heard that Dark Souls is pretty high in the running right now. Got this voting spreadsheet. You can spend your points that you gain from just watching in chat and clicking the follow button to vote on the next game we're going to play. And Dark Souls is actually pretty high up on that list. There's a good chance we'll be playing it sooner rather than later. Try to roll back to the save point. Nice. No battles. Oh, that's awesome, Sean. Very good reason. Yeah, for sure. I got a couple people D-Rock that I'm going to upgrade as I get to higher viewership tiers. I'm just trying to avoid the problem where like all the awesome regulars have mod chips. And when like new people come in, there's a whole bunch of swords in the chat, and it's really intimidating. There's a lot of warnings about that on the Twitch subreddit. All right, guys, I'm gonna throw up the BRB for a few minutes. I'm gonna go feed the cats while I switch over to Metroid Prime 3. We'll see you shortly. Thanks for your patience.